Everybody, this is Ahmed Salah L, aka Nabo, and today we're gonna be talking about why do quote black people end quote end quote whatever people buy name brand product. But before we actually go into that, we'll be going. Well, first I gotta give shout out to every single group here. I forgot to. I had replaced the Black Lives Matter, John. I forgot to put it in here, but the next video I will. Yeah, so shout out to all these groups right here, including Black Power that upgrade to Moorish Power or More Power. Because clearly, quote, black people, there's no such thing as that. Because people are recognized by nations. So they're not recognized by crayon. So if you ask an Italian what's your nationality, he'll be like, I am a Italian American, his nation, and in America. So there's no black nation that exists. So unless you guys want to create it, then yeah, there will be a black nation. Then you can call you guys yourself a black American, but there's none. There is a Moorish American. That is a nation on the America, the continent itself. But give shout out to all these groups right here. Yeah, but before we get into it, now we're like halfway done with the first segment of all total of maybe about 16 category of things that I gotta actually present. And since we're like the last number 14, 15 and 16 is based on economics, so by then we should already have people inside the black upgrade to more group where we now start actually implementing things to actually start making sure we are successful. But first, we can't do any of that if we're not in the proper state of mind to think about how to actually be successful. So that's why I'm doing these videos for, pretty much, and also to make sure I get some money in my pocket. But obviously you guys are not really feeding me. Getting feed from somewhere else. So whenever that start happening, then cool, I'll be happy with that too. Alright, so now you already see this, the quote, a black and quote agenda upgrade to Moorish agenda. Obviously I can't, I'm only about 4 people that have this, not this personally, but the blueprint of what we're gonna do, just in case something happened to any one of us. We can continue moving, forward with it, but obviously we're not implementing this anytime soon. This is gonna be like later on down the line type thing. So like once we actually reach to like category 10 or like category 10 or maybe like 12, the 12 category. So that's when we start implementing these blueprint, because by then we start having a large base follower coming in. Now obviously I thought about spell boss, I don't care. I thought about I'm terrible at spelling, by the way. I thought about commerce, right, and how commerce operates. So obviously commerce is the sea. So how do people operate in seas, right? So obviously, and they see the land as the sea until we use the Constitution. So that's the only thing we should always use to protect ourselves, the Constitution. But it works in court and other places, but now we need people in like certain people in higher power, where from once they're in a higher power, we can actually be able to the Constitution will even have, or even like more firm and solid ground, because those guys will say, now these things are this, that, and the third. They said, now we were these guys right here. So now I'm looking at like everything. Imagine these little boats down here is quote different black groups, pretty much. So Nigerian, Liberian, African American, Moors, Israelites, black Jews, Ethiopian brothers, yeah, whichever one, Liberian brothers. So just imagine all these Jamaican brothers, Haitian brothers. Just imagine, all these are like pretty much different groups, pretty much the same people, So, obviously we all are like going after the same thing, like to be rich and successful. But once we in our proper state of mind, all these groups could actually connect together. So once they connect together, from there we all go. All these, other. I'm gonna explain those later. Once we connect together, all these other groups that's on the top, don't have no match. But like the people that's making us resist us is pretty much the Asian brothers and the Hispanic brothers. So people that speak Spanish, that's in the Mexican or the Americas. So the brighter one. Obviously, they favor them better than the brown or the darker skinned brothers in the Americas. If you was bright, I think you'll do better. If you're brown or darker, then well, racism still gonna be the same, but a little brighter, you will have like a easier chance of going through certain things. Just like our Mexicans and Hispanic brothers and sisters. Okay, so obviously, we see, oh yeah, and also black too. We also push our, they're comfortable where they at. So if you look at all these nice looking big behind boats, they're comfortable. So they say, now, we will make sure that these other group and these other quote black group don't get to that point where they actually will reach a whole new world, a whole new place, and have a whole new different like mindset by the time they reach there. But like if you don't believe, just go outside. You'll see like a liquor store. You'll see you'll see a poppy store. Just go outside. If you live in the hood, go outside and you'll see all these things. You'll see a Chinese store like almost every other block. Poppy store almost every other block. So just like taking over like the entire hood and everything. So this right here simulates pretty much it's simulating that effect. So it's a lot of us, like I didn't put a lot of us, but it's a lot of us. But all these other stores and all these other businesses out there just robbing from us and not investing. I would say black businesses, yes, I would, because even I won't say black businesses, but like successful black people that include Africans, Jamaicans, Haitians, and all of them. When they do turn rich or when they do turn successful, they leave. So that does include them as well. And I don't know about they putting barriers up that much, but some of them do stuff to set you back. So they have to be put in this category as well. All right, so now now let's say, obviously, whoa, yeah, I made this myself. Thank you. So now let's say all these the brown boats that's all at the bottom, all of them are like hustling for a title. So they're hustling to actually go higher, so they could be able to control more. How I see things that is this. Oh no, that's not seller. That should be clients, buyers. The one that says seller, there's buyers, vendors are the sellers. There's sellers and there's the bosses. So the bosses are the one who govern the sellers. The sellers are the one who govern the pretty much like the clients. So pretty much they will have different franchise inside these small inside these client neighborhood to make money from that, and they go to the vendor. You could give these three titles, but the bosses are the one who control cities. So these miniature cities that's all around, on the second, not the first, but the second slit. So those are like miniature cities, and those are controlled only by the bosses. And if you already see, the bosses are the Britons, the Spanish, the Germans, the Jews. I should put Asians there too, because they're now also bosses as well. But it's cool right now. So we could put a long list there, but the bosses have not gained, blacks have not gained the title of bosses, yes. But blacks are inside the middle category already. Now, we're not talking about Moorish, we're talking about, quote, black people. Like Jay-Z. Well, there's a whole bunch. Kobe, there's a lot, pretty much. There's a lot, but they all inside that second slit. Now, Moorish are inside the last slit, the one that's all the way at the bottom. So, or when I say quote black, I'm not talking about the entire black people that's in there. I'm talking about individual people that sometime, but not always, like subdue with maybe the higher up, and then gain access to to higher, or didn't subdue, meaning didn't say no, I'm not gonna go with it, but actually said, like, you know what, I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm not gonna try to take any whatever from these guys to actually try to build an empire. Yeah, them too. If there was the one that did that, then those one will come back and return the favor and actually help the community, or those individual young entrepreneurs, which is the little boats, actually rise up. But everybody is rising to the same thing, and all these stores and all the things include there's more that's stopping them. They're stopping it. So obviously you see those two little ships got blown up. Then obviously. Yeah, and one of these big ships got blown up because the more well, it could be any group, but let's just say this Moorish group actually don't know why, because they also have law behind their side, so they're also going. But all these guys are straight quote black groups, but it's still black groups. But as far as society knows, it's still quote black groups. So, now that ship, the big ship is blowing up. Now suddenly you just see, it doesn't gotta be the Moorish group, but I fancy that better. But no, you just see that a group just actually now rised up. So one of these group has just rised up, and once they actually go up, the first thing this should do, I don't care how, do not be cocky. Go join forces with the brothers that's already over here. So you turn that boat around, you go to the spot where it say black. And once you go there, they'll obviously upgrade your ship. Let's go here. They'll upgrade your ship to an even bigger ship. So once they upgrade your ship to a bigger ship, this is the ship going to the boss's area. And once pretty much this is how we're gonna actually tackle this entire situation. Now remember, this is just an image. Like, there's a lot of steps to go about doing this, but it's straightforward. To me, it's straightforward. So once you reach the boss's section, that's where you could really start making some big impact. So yeah, big impact only come once you're actually in the boss's section. So once you're there, everybody at the below section will literally start rallying up, and and while you're in, like, while the Moorish or anybody that is up there, any quote black group that is up there, quote black group, which they're not, they could actually make a big impact from the top directly to the bottom via notes, not capital, because capital is knowledge, but notes. So fiat, or what we call US dollar, or the dollar bill, or whatever type of dollar. So from up there, they can make massive changes. Alright, so now that's about that. I'm not gonna go into any more details, and today we're gonna just talk about this. Why do quote black end quote people buy name brand product? Well, you already know what I do. I recommend products. Why? Because obviously this is how I make my money. But if you don't want to buy this product, it's perfectly fine, because I got other means, but it will be respectful if you show that I am worth at least a penny. Jeez. But the product is here. It's just a self-improvement product, because right now we're on the category of self-improvement. So it goes hand to hand. Well, we're in the category of a state of mind. After that is self-improvement as a leader. But it goes hand to hand. Alright, so these are all the benefits of the product. The product will be in the description. So if you do not want to purchase it, it's fine. At least leave a like. And all you do, just share the video. You don't gotta do nothing big. Just share it. Just share the video. That's all I respect. All right, so let's start from when we were like young, very young. So when we were very young, right? Obviously our parents, obviously we are like canvas. How we look, we don't really care like that. We just feel like going outside and actually go and play. So we're going outside, go enjoy, go have some fun with friends and everything else, and everything is surrounding. And everything is surroundings technically is what teaches us who we are. Yeah, boy. Now, again, name brand thing is based on, also like how parents actually teach the kid. So so pretty much like if parents decide to train their kid to think like a leader, that kid will think like a leader instead of, buying a brand new car, bragging about that brand new car, buying a brand new house, a brand new watch, an expensive ass belt that costs $600 for a goddamn belt, a Gucci bag, all these other non needed items. It's not needed, or if it is needed, it's not needed for that high price. So, but it just mentally in the head saying that this T-shirt that's no different from a T-shirt at maybe the flea market or the thrift store is worth more than the one that's at the flea market or the thrift store. Now, obviously I sometimes buy expensive stuff, but if I do, I expect it to work for 2 to 3 years. So a book bag of mine, I got it I don't have it up here, but it lasts me for about 5 years so far. So 5 to 6 years so far. So, and I only pay about $80 for that book bag. So yes, sometimes it's good. So instead of obviously we have to train the kids to think like leaders and not not like, oh, go get a job or type thing, like, oh, go get a job, go get a job, go get a job. Like instead of saying that, oh, let's create the job, or yeah, pretty much, yeah, let's create the job. Something to make them become successful. Because if we really think about it, let's do the math here. Let's do the math. Working for somebody, right, is not really a bad thing, but making only how much again? $12 an hour. That's terrible compared to what I bringing in. But that's still, and I'm working less hours than those people that's working damn many hours. So that's bad. So it's like we have to implement like how these guys could actually like become successful. So join the black upgrade to MOORISH, and from there we come up with plans. But it gotta start from somewhere, because obviously we don't want to like just keep pushing this $12 an hour, and really it's no money at all. And we could do more because we got money right in our own community. Okay, school. Now, this part is obviously mostly understandable because school just teaches us a whole bunch of history, slavery, history, European history, and yeah, that's about all I remember. I hated that. Yeah, that also bring our self-esteem and our like self-value down, and also self-value for our own people down. But also the other thing that we actually, buy expensive stuff to show off. But once like our parents teach us a certain way of doing things, a certain way of life, then we wouldn't really think about buying too much expensive stuff just to actually like just show off with it, or just to like brag. Because obviously, clearly not all, but there's gold diggers out there. Well, a couple just want to talk. A couple just like, if you just talk to them, you could still, get get into a relationship or whatever you're trying to do. Now, also TV. I always talk about this. TV also play a big influence in the actual community itself. TV tell us how to look, how to dress, how to act, everything in TV. But not just that. Obviously, we see people who look up to them, but majority TV also play like a big role in our psyche, because once we watch a hip hop video and the brother is sagging his pants, what are we gonna do when we were kids? We're gonna sag our pants. And if we see the brother if the sister just consistently just keeps shaking the behind, the bum bum, well, what they gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing. So so we have to like embed a certain characteristic at a young age, because they are sponges that absorb everything. So we gotta like embed certain characteristic inside of them, where if they're interacting with the world, they could actually be able to maneuver properly. Now, as a young age, these are the things that we should like tell the kids, because I'll be hearing a lot of cursing. That's not cool. Alright, well, that should be in the back, but it's cool though. I am grateful for you, make me proud. Things that will make them, she care about me. Ew, but she still care about me. Tell the daughter the same thing. You tell the daughter the same thing and everything like that. So just to bring them up, like that type of thing will bring their self-esteem up, their worth up, and their worth for their parent. And sometimes, but I don't know how, like sometimes their worth for their community. As long you teach them like history and other things directly to them, then their worth for their community will also rise up at the same time with it. So just if you want to take a picture, you take a picture. I'm gonna go back a couple. Well, sorry, but So once you actually implement those type of things, just consistently say to them every time you see them, "Oh, come on, oh, you're my favorite kid ever. Give me kids, give me a hug." Or you will be great one day. I could see that you could be a leader one day. And also, like, if they're trying to do something, let them try. Don't even get in their way, because if you consistently help them with everything, then they won't learn how to be independent. And the goal here is learn how to be independent, learn self-worth, learn self-value, learn community value. And from there, once you have all that, nobody can touch you. So you are untouchable. Mentally, you are untouchable. And physically, just kind of use your hair, get a knife or something. But mentally, you are untouchable. No matter how hard they try, A, you'll just laugh about it, or two, you'll just listen, I got somewhere to go. Can I leave now? Like I got a job. You can even make up stuff. I got a job. Can't tell you how much you pay, because it paid good. I got a car. I got a family. I ain't got time to be listening to your bullshit. So listen, I'm leaving. Okay, have a nice day. So from there, how to handle certain situations. So all this play a big role when we're kids. But if our parents don't teach us this, because clearly the school is not going to teach it. The school are a indoctrination camp that's to dumb down the youth. But the parents does play a good role. Not a big role. The school play a big role. The parents play a good role. So the parents do have responsibility to actually making their kids think another way. Now, next week Monday topic, that's about all. Yeah, that was fast, right? Yeah. Next week Monday topic, we'll be talking about how to pay off your debt. I don't think this is a very crucial topic, but I will definitely go into this topic, and I will put a link in the description. So next week Monday, when I start going into it, well, not right now. I'm talking about next week Monday. You guys could actually get it. But yeah, that's about all. You guys have a wonderful day. Islam.